morning and welcome to this edition of News Leader on 6. Today is Tuesday, September 11th, 2018. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Wildcats continued their winning streak Friday night in Winchester. The Tullahoma School Board made it official at a special call meeting last week where they unanimously voted to hire Dr. John Carver as the director of city schools. And if you're a fan of music from the 1980s, you might want to check out the show starting this Thursday at the Manchester Arts Center. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Russell's got your truck, man. Russell's got your truck.
Keith Barnett here at the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have sold so many new trucks. We've got over 100 pre-owned trucks to choose from. Any make, any size, any model. It's as easy as going to russellbarnett.com to check out our pre-owned truck inventory. And remember, why buy your next truck anywhere else?
With the best selection anywhere, Russell's got your truck, man.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party. But things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her. And now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Don't stop believing Tullahoma faithfully. Tullahoma Parks and Rec is excited to announce Journey Resurrection, a Journey tribute band that will perform free to the public Friday, September 21st from Fraser McEwen Park at 7 p.m. The wheel in the sky will keep on turning, so bring your chairs and blankets. Cold drinks and food will be on hand, and you can have it any way you want it. We'll see you there, rain or shine. Resurrection, a Journey tribute band in Tullahoma, presented by Michelob Ultra, Light 2, and 93.9 The Duck. Visit tullahomatn.gov for more info.
Welcome back. The Tennessee Bureau of Workers' Compensation is warning Tennesseans of a scam in which victims are contacted via Facebook Messenger and then asked to wire funds in order to receive money from a federal workers' compensation program. The alleged scam artist, who used the account of an actual Facebook friend, recently contacted a Tennessee resident using Facebook to tell her that she could be entitled to money through the new program. He explained the program is designed for the retired, semi-retired, working class, and low-income earners. During the online conversation with someone she thought she knew, the scammer told the woman that she could receive upwards of $150,000, but in order to collect compensation, he told the woman she would have to pay up front the taxes associated with the amount of money in order to receive payments from the government. The scam artist went on so far as to give the woman a Rhode Island telephone number to text for more information about where to send the money through Western Union.
The Tennessee Bureau of Workers' Compensation warns Tennesseans there is no such federal workers' compensation program. The back and forth between the scam artist and Tennessee resident took place over Labor Day weekend and continued into Tuesday. The scam artist was brazen enough to video call the woman, who took a screenshot of him and determined it definitely was not the person who is her Facebook friend. The woman eventually stopped communicating with the person and contacted a BWC employee who assured her that this was not a program sanctioned by the federal or state government. Abby Hudgens, BWC administrator, said, quote, "This is one of those cases where if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Thankfully, this person did not fall for the scam and contacted the Bureau, so we could make others aware this is taking place and is not legitimate," end quote.
The Tullahoma Wildcats extended their current winning streak to 3 with a 27-14 victory over the Franklin County Rebels Friday night in Winchester. John Gray spoke with Tullahoma head coach John Olive on Saturday morning.
It's amazing. It's amazing what they've done and how they've progressed over the first 4 weeks of this season.
You know, our defense continues to play really solid football. The offense, we really had a pretty good night. We just didn't finish off a couple of drives, but we moved the ball well. Cut way back on the amount of penalties that we had been having, and I think we had 1 turnover, and that turnover I'll take blame for. I got a little greedy when I shouldn't be, and so anyway. It's an exciting bunch to be around.
Oh, they did a great job, and Our quarterback play is going very well. He's making some really good decisions.
He is, and to play quarterback for us, you end up with a lot of decision making on probably at least a half, but maybe up to 2/3 of the plays. You're making decisions after that ball is snapped.
And excuse me, Bryson Corn ran like a. He just ran over everybody. Every now and then you'd look out on the field and there'd be one of their guys out there sitting on the ground looking around like this, going, "Where am I, Coach?"
I told our young men last night how proud I was of them, and we're playing a pretty physical brand of football right now, and you'll see that as you watch this video.
First kickoff.
We're just doing some things well, and we've got some kids that have matured and become a lot more physical, and our weight room people have done a great job over the last couple of years at getting some of these young men to become men with their bodies.
Well, I was looking out there last night, and I was sitting with Jimmy Hollingsworth, and I'm looking at number 16 and number 20 playing a little linebacker and stuff, and I'm going, ooh, I wish those kids had about another 30 pounds on them.
It'd be nice.
But they're in there, and you can see the way they go after people. And these, I'm not talking about big old boys. I'm talking about number 14 and number 9 and number, that look like to me they weigh 160, 70 pounds. And I mean, they are sacrificing themselves to go in and hit somebody with 14, authority.
Number 14 is probably 20 pounds below that 160, 170.
Yeah.
Number 9 is probably about 30 or 40 pounds above the 160, but it is right.
No,
we've got some skinny.
Not 9. I know, not 9.
But we've got some small kids.
Number 6.
Yes, Hunter. And
you got Hunter Jewell and Hunter Palmer and some of those kids that just.
They'll play hard. I'm telling you.
They play very hard.
Our line play, though not perfect, has gotten better. The wide receivers, if there's a better blocking group around here, I don't know of it. Our wide receivers get after you.
Yeah.
Defensively, you'll see us lay some licks on people, and it's just good. It's fun. We're, it's just a good win. Good Friday night, another packed stadium.
Oh yeah, and that's the end of our.
I told our young men that. This is 4 straight weeks in a row that we played in front of pretty much a packed house.
That's right.
I said, you need to enjoy these nights. They don't happen all the time.
No.
And there's a lot of high schools playing last night with 500 people sitting in the stands. And enjoy these experiences every time you get a chance.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
It's football time in Tennessee, and nobody tackles the competition like the Russell Barnett Automotive family. With 6 different locations, 8 new car franchises, over 1,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from, a certified collision center with lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Hometown Auto Rental. Let our family exceed your expectations at the Russell Barnett Automotive family. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
So you've been meaning to do something healthy, commune with nature, get outdoors and meet new people. We have the perfect solution. Come hike with us. You can find a Tennessee Trails Association chapter near you, including Clarksville, Columbia Franklin, Highland Rim, Jackson, Knoxville, Oak Ridge, Memphis, Murfreesboro, Nashville, Plateau at Crossville, and Upper Cumberland. We're on the web at TennesseeTrails.org. It's fun, it's stress-free, and it's good for you. See you on the trails.
Welcome back. Tullahoma City Schools Board of Education held a specially called meeting last week to formally vote on the hiring of a new director of city schools.
This is a special call meeting of the Tullahoma Board of Education. This meeting has been called by the chairman pursuant to Board Policy 1.400. The purpose of this special call meeting is to consider the selection of John C. Carver as the next director of schools for the Tullahoma City School System and the approval of a contract of employment between the Tullahoma Board of Education and Mr. Carver as director of schools. Mr. Claus, could you outline the procedure we use to find a new director of schools, please?
Absolutely. When we set out on this journey many months ago, we started the process by my being able to meet with each of you individually, one-on-one, so that we could talk about the process, but more importantly, outline characteristics that you felt important individually that the next director of schools should possess. In those ensuing meetings of 7 hours, I was able to glean from your comments and put together a profile of what you wanted me to be looking for. I just would mention some of those characteristics that came out that were consistent across pretty much this entire board, and that was, we want someone first and foremost of the highest integrity. We want someone who has great communication skills. We want someone with personality, and we want someone with experience. There were many other characteristics that you gave to me, but as we put a profile together, that enabled me to move forward. In the process, I was able to identify 33 potential candidates for the director of schools here in Tullahoma. I will tell you this, that I think this is the 40th search that I've been privileged to conduct across the state in the last 15 years. I have not ever had a board that has met their obligations in the professional decorum that you folks have. You are to be commended at the highest level. You all had to make a commitment on the front end. We talked about making a commitment to the process of what we were about, and that was it was going to take long hours. It was going to take a lot of individual personal research on your part on anything that I would say to you. And I'm here to say tonight that I commend you, because every last one of you and the interaction that I've had with each of you has been above reproach. You have conducted yourselves in a very, very professional, commendable fashion, and I'm appreciative of that. So after identifying the 33 candidates, what we had the options of doing, we looked at various options of how we were going to proceed, and we all settled on the fact that we were going to present the opportunity for me to bring candidates to you, and you would meet on a one-on-one basis. We sort of centered on 3 candidates that you would be able to have the opportunity to sit down one-on-one with that candidate and talk to them, ask them questions, etc. during that process. That's a very revealing process, by the way. And so at the conclusion of the matter, John Carver became the #1 preference by the board here, and we have proceeded forward to this point. So that's kind of in a sketch. Mr. Chairman, that's kind of in a sketch what we did, how we went through the process.
The purpose now, we're going to consider John C. Carver as director of schools and to consider the approval of the contract between him and this board. Council has provided us a resolution to make the motion easier, and Ms. Vaughn is going to read the resolution. You all each have a copy of it, I believe. In the absence of any comment, then I'll ask for a vote. All those in favor of the motion to accept the resolution, please raise your hand. Any opposed? Thank you.
We'll be right back with more News Leader on 6.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Get caught buzzed driving, and you could do some hard time.
Craig, knock it off.
Sorry, Mom. It could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And that could set you back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. Peggy Burton spoke with Jamie Harden and Cliff Roberts about a big show they have opening this Thursday at the Manchester Arts Center.
I got all carried away with the 80s. I'm introducing to you, take a look. Is that not fabulous? Cliff and Jamie with the oldie show coming up September 13th through the 16th at the Manchester Arts Center.
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys really ready for
We're
this?
ready.
This is a change
I'm
from all
ready.
the I know, I love the outfit.
I'm ready.
You got zippers everywhere.
I do, I know it. Yeah.
Well, tell me a little bit about the show.
Well, it's we wanted to do something a little different. You know, we usually do 50s and 60s
Right.
stuff, 70s, classic country.
You guys are going modern.
We are. We decided we wanted to for a long time. We finally pulled the trigger, got the band we needed, and we said we're gonna go and do an 80s show.
And I'll bet it's been fun.
It's been a blast. The band has loved it.
Good. Everybody likes a change, you know. And you've still got the 90s you can do, and you can move on. And when you get my age, think what you get to do.
Well, we got to keep going, you know.
Yeah, it is fabulous. What time does the show start?
7 o'clock.
And tickets?
They're at millenniumrep.org.
Millenniumrep.org.
Manchester Arts Center. Doing 4 shows, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And $20 a ticket, and that's everybody, right?
Yes, it's across the board.
That's a smart move. That's
Keeps
a smart move.
Keeps it simple.
Keeps it simple. And Sunday show at 2, and it's really easier if you go ahead and get your tickets online because you don't have to wait. You just go walk in and sit down. And I'll tell you what, there is not a bad seat in the house there.
No, there's not.
That's the beauty of that place. I just love that little auditorium. What is it? 200 seats?
180.
180. That's tell me about some of the songs that you're doing. What's your favorite?
My favorite? I don't know. I'll probably doing a ZZ Top song called Sharp Breast Man. That's probably one of my favorites.
Good.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to get past that Elvis number you do where the audience comes out of their seat every time you open your mouth.
Trilogy, yeah.
I love that. It is you never get tired of hearing it.
Right.
So can you top that? In this 80s show?
No.
You're working at it, I'm sure. Yeah.
We're trying. We're doing a little bit of everything. We'll be doing Billy Idol and Prince and Michael Jackson and Bon Jovi and Van Halen.
A little bit of Rick Springfield.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
You know, a lot of the girls, Joan Jett, Cyndi Lauper, Madonna. We're doing everything.
And well, I don't know how you do everything, but you somehow manage to do it every time.
Well, we like to have a lot of variety.
And these guys are coming back to South Jackson Civic Center with another show next season.
Yes.
Next season. We're excited about that. How many is in the show?
This one we've got 15.
15.
We usually range from 15 to 18.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And do you have trouble deciding who's going to be Madonna, or does this person just evolve?
It just whatever, you know. I usually have it in my head who it sounds like, and I usually get it right.
Right.
But yeah, I mean it's pretty easy to pick them for people
because
I know their voices. Salon Rouge? No. It's just this is. If I had enough hair, I would wear this all the time.
Do y'all do a lot of group numbers?
We do a few. This is more a solo show.
That's what I was thinking, because the groups weren't quite as big then.
Right.
In that period.
And the
I'm
band
not
is
sure
part
why.
of the band is part of the show,
Sure.
and the lights and everything. It's going to be a totally different experience. We've really put a lot into the lights, and the whole show is worth it.
Well, I tell you what, if you want to see a good show, you will get tickets to this event, because you will never fail to be entertained, honestly. I have never failed to be entertained, and I'm hoping, like everything, that I'm going to make it over there
so.
to see this before my time is up.
More News Leader is coming up in a moment.
Russell's got your truck, man. Russell's got your truck.
Keith Barnett here at the Russell Barnett Automotive family, and we have sold so many new trucks. We've got over 100 pre-owned trucks to choose from. Any make, any size, any model. It's as easy as going to russellbarnett.com to check out our pre-owned truck inventory. And remember, why buy your next truck anywhere else?
With the best selection anywhere, Russell's got your truck, man.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
Welcome back. Lieutenant Phil Henderson from the Tullahoma Police Department stopped by our studios to talk about handicap parking in the city.
There's several things that the police department can enforce on private property. Handicap parking is one of those things. Most people in town either know somebody or have seen people trying to struggle to get in and out of their vehicles.
Sure.
You know, or seen vehicles parked in handicap parking with no placard, no disabled veteran tag, or the traditional, you know, handicap tag per se. And we'll get calls on those. Go out there. If they don't meet those requirements, we will issue them a citation for parking in those spots. The judge can fine somebody up to $200.
Ooh, that's kind of expensive.
For parking in a handicap parking spot, and subject them to 5 hours of community service work.
In addition
to the parking in the handicap parking spot. Several of the spots that you'll see around town have the blue hash marks on the side, which are van accessible parking spots. Those have 92 inches, 92 inch opening there so that they can use the lifts on the vans. If you park in one of those marked off spots, you can also be charged by, if you encroach on any of that, you can also be charged with parking in the handicap.
And that's a pretty, you know, common decency would tell you don't do that, because people that actually are qualified to park there, it is for a reason, is it not?
Yes, sir. It's to give them access between their vehicles to get in and out.
Right.
But it also puts them closer to the store so they can get in, and it also helps with them having to navigate through the parking lot at a lower level.
Right. And I'm sure there's a process to obtain the credentials you need to park in one of those spots.
Yes, sir. If they'll just see their family physician, the family physician will fill out the paperwork where they can take that to their court clerk's office and apply for a handicap parking permit.
Are they issued by the state of Tennessee, is it?
Yes, sir. Through the court clerk's office, or not through the court clerk's office, through the clerk's office. And then, like I say, or you can get the disabled tag, you know, the placard, the tag, or the disabled veterans tag. Now that covers the person that has filled out the paperwork for that. If husband or wife or son, that tag is for them and they're not in the vehicle, then the handicap parking is not open to that vehicle.
Right.
If you park in there and that person's not in the vehicle, you can still be issued a citation for it. You can also have that placard confiscated. And then the person who the tag was issued to would have to come to court and show that they needed that tag or that placard to get it back.
Okay. So conversely, if the person who the placard was initially issued to, if they're riding in a car with someone else, they can use that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so.
Yes, sir. So like say, put it visible, hanging from the windshield, the mirror. They can ride in someone else's car.
Mm-hmm.
The placard is actually issued to the person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So they can move it from vehicle to vehicle.
Don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include Kelsey Williams, who will remind us that the walk to end Alzheimer's is just around the corner. We'll hear about the Friends of South Cumberland's upcoming fundraiser concert at the Caverns, and Tullahoma Alderman Robin Dunn will tell you about Tullahoma's Master Recycling event at CFC Recycling. All that and more on this week's Living.
Stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
Have you ever been involved in one of these? And you need one of these? Then look no further than the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center. With a state-of-the-art facility, aluminum capabilities, lifetime paint guarantee, Russell Barnett Auto Rental, claims assistance from start to finish. We're here to serve you. So stop by and let us show you why we are #1, the Russell Barnett Certified Collision Center.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1983 at 94 degrees. The record low was in 1952 at 43 degrees. The average high on this day is 83 and the average low is 63. Mostly cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of around 70. Mostly cloudy weather continuing in the forecast for the next couple of days. On Wednesday, the high should be around 85 with a low of 70, and on Thursday, the high will be 86 with a low of 68. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.